1982, 20th Century Fox, the television and film studio, released Beany Bopper for the Atari 2600. This was an early attempt for 20th Century Fox to get into the video game market. Let's pop it in and see how it looks today. Alright, this game is not a total disaster, but it's not that good. It does have its quirky moments, though, and it can be somewhat enjoyable to play, but it's rather repetitive, even by Atari standards. So the general premise of Beany Bopper is this. You control that purple eyeball. Well, it's supposed to be an eyeball, but it kind of looks like an olive to me, a purple olive. So you control this purple olive eyeball that shoots laser beams. I know, makes no sense whatsoever. And your goal is to devour everything on the screen that's not a block, which is a barrier. The only things that can hurt you in Beany Bopper are those little frowny face twirling beanie things. And to actually eat them, you have to shoot them first. Everything else you can just eat. You don't have to shoot, but shooting it momentarily stuns it and makes it easier for you to catch it. Now, once any of the various objects that are not beanie, frowny faces reaches the bottom of the screen, they become a beanie, frowny face. So the goal is to capture the objects before they touch the bottom of the screen. There are 4 different objects besides frowny face beanies that you can catch. And they are missiles, airplanes, parachuting guys, and what they're calling oranges, which are the exact same character sprite as yourself in this game, but they're colored orange instead of purple. Now you press the fire button, of course, to shoot your laser beam, and if you just press the button once, your laser beam will travel to the other side of the screen. But if you hold it down, you'll shoot a rapid-fire burst of laser beams, but they'll only travel a short distance. So there's a tiny bit of strategy involved here, but not a whole lot. Now, as I said, this game is repetitive, and it will certainly bore the fuck out of you if you play it for more than 5 minutes. And that's due mostly to the lack of interesting environments or change in environments. Really, there's just some random blocks that are obstacles, and that's about it. And they scroll by you. But enough about the bad points. There are a few nice points to this game. For one, there's little to no flicker on the character sprites, which is a nice thing for an old Atari game like this. Usually when you have a lot of different colored moving objects on the screen, you get a whole ton of flicker, and it's hard to see what exactly is what. The other thing I thought was neat was the animation that happens when you die, and that's you kind of disintegrate, which I thought looked pretty nice, for the Atari 2600 anyway. A game like this might be actually beneficial to introducing a small child to video games, because the controls are quite simple and responsive, and the concept is easy enough to grasp. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.